Hey, it's Gummo here with another Warhammer Battle Report. It's my Empire this time, taking on some Wood Elves, testing out this list for a 2400 point tournament at the end of this month. Actually, probably only 3 weeks away. So, what is it? This one is playing against a guy I've never played against before. He's played a fair bit, but just hasn't played lately. So he's trying out a different type of Wood Elf list. And I joked with him on Facebook before, was it a no deployment list? Was it double dragons? It's double dragons, so that'll be interesting. My list is using Law of Life as my main level 4. I've got the Archlector with the General on the War Altar, but then I've got a Strength 6 Banishment with 2 level 1 lights. The Captain as the BSB, block of halberds with some archer detachments, some more archers, demi-griffs there just with the Banner of Swiftness, some normal 5 knights. Some of these have full command and stuff like that just for blood and glory. The Hurricanum, Hellblaster and Cannon, the Engineer with the Ruby Ring and Steam Tank. So the Ruby Ring on the Engineer I just thought maybe for, Glade Riders popping up and stuff like that. That was the sort of the thought behind it. The choice of Law of Life is really because, at least from what I've seen, there appears to be a fair few Empire players coming. So if I decide to take Empire, I just notice every time I play against Empire, a Steam Tank, whoever's got a Steam Tank with Law of Life seems to have a much better, easier time at it. So hence why I went Life instead of going for a Strength 7 Banishment. And there's so many Elves, Strength 6 is good enough usually. So yeah, his list now, it's not accurate, I'm just going off what I remember. So there's a Glade Lord on Dragon, no idea what he had on him. Actually, sorry, he had that +2 strength sword and stuff, that's right. Sisters on the Dragon, 2 Eagles, 2 units of Glade Guard with Hagbane and another set with True Flight. Block of 10 Wild Riders, some Warhawk Riders, and did I say Wild Riders? Yeah, and 2 6, lots of Way Watchers. I think that's pretty much it. There's probably a Glade Captain VSB in there, but didn't play a role. Interestingly, if you notice, he doesn't have any magic. So this is the second game that day, club day, that faced someone with no magic, and yeah, probably still didn't have a good go at it, which is funny. So here we go with what I've got. So the Ruby Ring is on my Engineer, so it's got the fireballs there. By level 1 lights, get Shems and Banishment. So I do have double Banishment, although obviously trying to cast big ones with level 1, you need to throw some dice. Get Throne of Vines, Regrowth, Flesh of Stone, Earth's Blood. Now, I don't know, those I don't use life much, so leave some comments if you've got some tips here. But basically what happened was I rolled up with the ability to swap a spell because I'd rolled double, but I didn't have Throne of Vines, and I didn't have Dwellers. So I chose to take Throne, purely so I could get, obviously have Throne there to make Regrowth and Flesh to Stone a bit better. And then I switched out, geez, I can't remember what I switched out for, Earthblood something. So I don't know, am I silly throwing the opportunity away to get Dwellers? I just thought with against Elves there's not massive units, so that was the major reason why I did that. So my deployment, pretty much a bit of a castle in the corner. There's another building on this table, so I went, oh, and I rolled and chose sides, so I took this side. Maybe that's half my problem in my games, just camping buildings. But anyway, so yeah, my knights went down on the right there, then my halberds near the building, and just sort of spread across with some archers. The demis are sort of at the back there, but I was going to start heading forward with everything. I expected the Hellblaster to die pretty quick. So the Hellblaster is out there on the left, you can see it, and the Engineer's there. Actually, originally, I was so close to putting it with the cannon just in the back right, because I thought it's just going to get shot straight away. That's what happens against Elves. He doesn't have anything that's, he doesn't have Glade Riders and stuff to pop up behind me, so, maybe that would have been a much better choice just to put it at the back right there, and if anything got too close, shoot. If not, conserve it. And then have the Engineer for the cannon. Probably would have been a better deployment there. All my wizards went in, having played against Elves enough, they can shoot up 5 archer detachments pretty quick. So all my wizards are in the block there, in the big 41 detachment. Oh, sorry, halberd block. So his deployment, he's got some Way Watchers out there, then there's his Wild Riders, his Warhog Riders, that unit of Glade Guard, that's a forest, because ran out of terrain at the club, so we just use that as a forest, that he's in there, that marsh thing. So that's, I think they're Hagbane, and then on the ones here on the left, they're also Hagbane, and then this tournament is going to be playing Infinitely High Hills, so all these two dragons, there's actually two dragons there, there's his Glade Lord on his wingless dragon, just because didn't have, kept getting in the way. And then the other one's his sister's dragon. They're all hiding behind the hill. And then the True Flight archers are on the top. And then he's got his other Way Watchers over to the right. So yeah, he wins the roll to go first. And yeah, just swings these guys around the left. Everything's staying out of 24 inches of the Hellblaster. And yeah, geez, was there? I don't even know if there was any movement here. Ah, the eagle. You can just see the eagle sit behind the building there. So yeah, dead Hellblaster, as predicted. Engineer passes his panic, and that's what I'm thinking. Well, yeah. And I even mentioned it before I started that I should just put it in the corner, but I felt sort of slack just really camping in the corner. But then, that's why you know, you probably should listen to yourself. Okay, yes. So he takes out a center detachment there just to try to cause some panic, and nothing happens. And his Way Watchers unload, but only managed to take out one knight, so it's not too bad. So into my turn, I charge the knight at the eagle, and he runs away. Just makes it to the fence there, and then I move up the archers and yeah, the war altar and stuff. I'm just wondering what that dice was. Can't remember. I don't think it's anything. Park the hurricane behind the building, uh, just to sort of get it out of the way, I guess. And the Stank moves forward to get a shot at. I'm just trying to think. Because these guys are behind the hill. Oh no, I'm on a hill, so I can see them. So yeah, I line up a shot. I think on his Glade Lord. Yeah, his Glade Lord. That's what, on the dragon. So Magic's 11-6 on this one. I get thrown off. And then, yeah, just I only realised this when I was doing the battle report. I feel so slack. And he hasn't played for like a few months, so I think he just totally forgot. We knew it was Remains in Play, and I'm using it. But when it was his Magic phase, he just wasn't even rolling, And in hindsight, I'm just thinking, hang on, he should have been dispelling this every turn. So I have to catch up with him and remind him about that if you choose to take that list. So I get thrown off and double banishment. I think no, Shem's in a banishment. I think my War Altar's still too far away, so we just take out a couple of Way Watchers. Not all of them, unfortunately. Now my horrid artillery continues, and I think I failed to wound or missed or whatever the dragon. I can't remember exactly, but yeah, didn't put any wounds on him, I know that. And this cannon misfires and can't shoot next turn. And the only thing it could see at the time was one Warhawk rider over on the left, so I thought, well, might as well take it off anyway, but it misfires. So that was basically my turn, didn't really get anything done. So he's seeing how great my artillery pieces are, he just brings everyone out. So his dragon on the left there, he's behind his eagle. His sister's dragon comes out, his eagle rallies, and everything moves up a little bit, just keeps shooting. Oh, on the left moves up. And yeah, I don't know what this is, probably some shots, probably didn't do anything though. Yeah, so what he's doing here, he does unload his poison into the stank, but I make all my saves that I have to make. And his True Flight, possibly was even some of his Hagbane, maybe only one Hagbane into the stank, I can't remember. But he got 2 wounds through on my War Altar. I don't think he got any on my Archlector there. So he's trying to shoot that though, which is good, I guess, for him. And I think he's taken out another unit of 5 archers to detachment. So just from the random shooting, there's just so much shooting. I forget what went where. Sorry about that. So it was my turn. I don't think I saw that. Yeah. So what that unit of archers there in front, charge his eagle he held. We ended up beating him up and running him down, which was good. And my knights are just moving up for those way watchers. If I don't get a charge, I'll charge them. I can't remember what the magic was, but I get 2 banishments off, like the sisters, and get them. Yeah, because it's all, you got to kill both in one phase, so I did. But the dragon, I can't remember if that's down to 4 wounds or no, I think it's got 4 wounds left, so I didn't do as much damage to the dragon. And he passed his monster reaction test. And Wood Elf turn 3, so his Warhawk Riders are coming into my steam tank to hold it up. And his dragon charges my War Altar. I don't want that, so I run away. Which, bit of debating there, but I think it's probably the right move. At least at this point. He's stubborn 9, and I think it was just lucky. He didn't flee far enough. He was still in 12 inches of the building, and that's where my BSB is, so that was good. So he redirects into the knights, so yeah, that'll be interesting. And really, what I want him to do is kill my knights in one go, because then I've got my cannon next turn to shoot him. Warhawks come in. You can really see my stank going up on those hills there. Anyway, my engineer here too's come up onto the hill. He was hiding behind the hill to try to get a ruby ring off on those wild riders, sorry. That's what he's doing, standing up there. And I'm finally moving the dammies up. Yeah, again, bad usage of them. I'm not really doing much with them. They probably would have been better on the right-hand flank and just going forward as fast as they can. And so, what's he done here? So, I think this is just more shooting, to be honest, sorry, and not much. I don't think he does too much damage there. In the combat, he just manages to take out 1 knight. I don't do anything back, but I do stick, which is annoying, because I wanted to die. So I'd have, because I don't think he'd overrun far enough to hit my cannon, and then I can hopefully shoot him and get all those points, but that didn't happen. The 1-up saves held him in there. Somehow I've lost an archer there. Oh, that was probably earlier. My turn 3, my archer selector rallies, and I turn it that way, and it doesn't actually look like there, but I can actually see. We measured it. I think I could just see the edge of his wild riders. Hang on, it's his way watchers. So they were in banishment range. So I thought, well, if I get enough dice, I'll try to take out his way watchers over there on the left. Demis are moving up. Just going to try and take some Glade Guard out if I could. And it just not getting in. I wouldn't call this an avoidance list, but at the same time, it is when they're staying at the back of the board and you can't get there. Grinds go off and to weigh the Eagles die. Not the Eagles, what are they? Warhawk Riders. Magic was 8-3. I did throw banishment, I think. I probably killed 1 Wild Rider through the Ruby Ring or something like that, and I don't think I got anything. I don't think I got anything off the Way Watchers. And I had 3 dice left and threw 3 dice at regrowth on my War Altar, and that's what I rolled. So 3 1. I need to get some new dice. But yeah, let's not blame the dice. So what happens here? Turn 4. I think just before I go to turn 4. So in my last turn with that cannon, you can see on the bottom right. So let's just go through it. The cannon shot and misfired on turn 1. Couldn't shoot on turn 2. The only thing it could see now was some Glade Guards. So I thought, I'll take 2 of them out. 10 from the back, rolled a 2 and then a 2, so it didn't even hit the Glade Guard. So the cannon has done nothing. Typical. And if you can see my knight up there, he's still alive, and he's down to 1 knight. And I think that was on my turn. Anyway, he's redirecting my Demigoose with an eagle up there. And I think he's getting he moves his Wild Riders up ready for a charge, and he's Glade Lord on the steam tank when that Warhawk goes. I think it's just a closer shot. Actually, you can see some damage to my. I've got a 2 wound marker, so he's got my potent bill down to just 2 wounds. I guess that's from all the Hagbane and True Flight hitting it. So yeah, I go into turn 4 and I moved my archers away from the wall. I don't know what I was doing there, and I moved the buff wagons up like that. And yeah, in his last turn, he has killed my um, single knight. So it's my turn, but you can see his sister dragon has reformed, and I've just set up a juicy flank. I didn't even. I probably wasn't even paying any attention. I think the only thing I wanted to do is try to get my buff wagons up closer to the demis, and that's what I was thinking, and just didn't look at anything else. Yeah, the grinds also kill the final Warhawk Rider. And so I get regrowth on the steam tank, I think. Yeah, and not the steam tank, the war altar. It's back to full strength. And yeah, kill the eagle and reform that way. I'm trying to think, why did I reform that way? I can't remember. Yeah, and his turn. So he comes in with the. So this is where I should have just left the archers there, and I could have he would have had to charge them, and then I could have probably fled them and then fled the Hurricaneum and then at least double fleed. But didn't think of that. Or I could have moved the both archers in front so he didn't have anywhere to land, even if I fled one of them. So yeah, because I had positioned the Hurricaneum there so he couldn't fit to charge straight into my general, but yeah, he doesn't need to. So yeah, in they come the Wild Riders and the Dragon into the steam tank. It's obviously I can't remember if it had more wounds or no, it hasn't had any wounds. Only got 9, so he's only put 1 wound on it so far. Yeah, and the rest of him, I mean, he's poison central glade guard unit there. Just get out of my Demigryph's front arc. I really have to start trying to think more turns ahead. This is what's frustrating me anyway. So yeah, he takes out the Hurricane and overruns into the War Altar. This is where things start going really badly south. And I've got a wound off him there somehow, so he's down to 3. And that could have been my cannon. I think in my turn 4, um, I just trying to think. I think I misfired my cannon. I did. I haven't got a shot of this, but so my cannon turn 1 misfired for 2 turns, then missed the glade guard, then in turn 4 misfired again and can't fire in turn 2 until turn 6. So yeah, that cannon was really annoying me. So I reformed my demis again, just with I don't care if I get a flank charge. This is what I should have thought of initially. To protect my stank there. So, a turn ahead would have had them that way last turn, but anyway. And that's why you do these battle reports. And yeah, decent magic phase. I got regrowth on the steam tank, but then rolled a 1 to actually get that many wounds back. So with thrown it, just got 2 back, so he's back to 8. And I got flesh the stone off to make this thing a toughness 9 war altar, just to try and avoid some wounds. These, I don't know what they're doing. It doesn't help though, he does enough wounds, or just maybe didn't, and just because he had the charge and flank. I'm stubborn, but stubborn on leadership 5 rerollable, and you're going to fail that anyway enough times, which I do, and he runs it down. So he's turn 6, he gets another couple of wounds off. My steam tank's on 6. I don't really have much to do. Oh yeah, so he debated this. So he has redirect. He's used a pretty expensive redirector, but we sort of math hammered a bit and thought it should be fairly safe. He's brought his dragon up there to redirect my demis, and then, I mean, he wasn't going to, but I said yeah, and you don't want to shoot them then because I've only got 1 wound left on one of those guys. So, he was smart enough to not to do that either. So none of his glade riders are shooting the demis this turn. It takes out some archers. And last turn, so I mean, you can see my guy's just hiding some of those archer detachments hiding behind the Hilding just to try and conserve some points. And in my combat, he can't get enough off me. I've got Flesh to Stone up, and he just can't get enough through. And I end with 1 wound remaining. So keep my steam tank. It's a push over here. I think we win just purely from charge, and banner, but he's leadership 10, I think, or something like that. So nothing happens there, and that ends up being the end of the game. So it was a definite Wood Elf victory, 13.5 to 6.5. I think with some better artillery and being able to take that damn sister dragon out, it would have been a bit closer. That's 400 points or something that I missed out on, and I think the difference was about 500 or something like that. So would have been pretty close if I had been able to do that. But yeah, it was interesting. I mean, I like the list; it's still okay, but against Wood Elves, it's a bit weird because you've got all these archer detachments which are great for diverting, but there's nothing to divert too much when they're 2 flyers and the rest of his units aren't going to be charging them. So yeah, a bit of a waste in this game possibly. But anyway, that's what happens. Don't think I've made my mind up yet, but I'll try to get a few more battles in and we'll find out. So I hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.